I'm ready.
We are attempting to go live. Let's see if it can broadcast the map. I had it up for a few seconds. There we go. Okay, so now it should be up. I'll zoom out just a little bit and I'll be able to show you what it looks like. And at the same time, you'll see a little bit what we can do tomorrow.
I've got your live stream up.
All right, so do you see a map in the desert where it says base An Syria and a bunch of circles? Oh, I should have put the friendly FARP there on the map.
Okay, don't keep.
Donkey?
Yeah, don't key up because I can hear you before I hear what's going on the stream.
Mute me in one of the two places. Okay, I'm gonna put it to red. There we go. All right, so now we have a better idea. I'm gonna save this. So here we've got a base, which is our red base with a bunch of red helicopters to choose from. We can fly the Mi-8, we can fly the Mi-24, we can fly the Ka-50, and I've even put some Hueys in there. And we can load some troops if we've got a transport helicopter and then go drop them at the drop zone, the friendly FARP that's there. But there are also enemy targets. Here there's probably some choppers at an enemy FARP. We're not sure where they are, but they're in that circle. Same thing for here. There's enemy armor vehicles, AAA. We're not sure where they are, but probably close to that circle. There's even like an X there that shows infantry. Probably there's infantry there too. And then some lighter targets, like here there's a truck park. And over here, if I zoom, there's some fuel trucks in that village. And that area here is to avoid because it's got man pads. So just to put a little bit of a threat in the distance. But apart from that, it's a pretty straightforward mission. So tomorrow we'll probably be flying our Hueys from there, dropping troops there, and then we can see if we want to go attack the truck park, for example. Now what I want to do, since I want to train on the Ka-50, I'm going to do like if I was acting as an escort for the transport helicopter. So I'm going to fly first all the way to the drop zone. And then my waypoint that comes after that is this one here that says recon. There's a little hill there that I can use to recon where the enemy armored vehicles might be. And so I'll try to spot them and kill them from there. If I'm very successful there, I can either come back and rearm at the drop zone, or if I still feel I have enough weapons, I can go try to get some targets at the chopper FARP. And then I can fly back to base. That's the plan. I haven't flown the Ka-50 in a while. This is also the newer Ka-50 that I haven't flown a lot. And so we're going to hope for the best. Now I'm not too sure if I had set it for hot or not. This one, let me see. I think I'll set it for hot and I'll put it here so that I know which one it is, because it takes 3 minutes otherwise to turn the helicopter on, and I guess for a stream that would be very boring. So let's save and go fly. So I've tested the mission flying it with the Mi-8 and had some success and ran into some trouble. With the Huey it went pretty well too.
Waiting for the helicopter to warm up.
And now I'm going for the Ka-50. That's the one that's hot. As you can see, I had put it there. That's just a decoration, Mi-24 from Syria. And so I'm getting in my cockpit. So of course, in this helicopter, I won't be carrying any troops, but I will be able to engage things. Now let's see, is this cockpit English? Yes, blade angle and degrees, stop, laser, reset. I like that. That screen sometimes stays in Russian though. Yeah, as you can see here, you have to be able to read Cyrillic to read that it says plan. Plan brings you a map. I think here, if I do that, I'll be able to zoom in, zoom out. And so that's what I'll use for my navigation. But I start here, I go there, then I go to my recon, attack here, come back. So since I'll be flying solo here with this helicopter, I don't need all those flashy lights, because I'm not trying to avoid collisions with anyone here. So we'll go stealthy, but then we have to find which is which. That one is not that. Tip. Okay, that. Did I just turn them on? Yes, I did. Okay, so they were already off. So turn that off. Formation light I'm gonna set to 10%. And then they've got like really weird positions for some of the lights. As I said, I'm learning. Beacon anti-collision, that's another one. Yeah, okay, so I've turned off the belly rotating light. I've turned off the not wingtip, but blade tip lights. And I have my formation lights, that green light on the tip there, but it's just at a low setting, so it's good enough. And here, not much I need to do there, except maybe on this side, set this for both. Yes, this is left side. This. Let's do the programming there. I'm gonna do 1-1, and then is it this button? No, this button puts it at 2. 1. There we go. So that way when I hit my flare button, I'll just drop 1. But I'll drop 1 from each side. And this can turn my laser on. I'm just going to check my button. I've got a button to turn it on. This is my master arm. I'm going to turn it on before I forget. I'm going to test. This is inboard pylons, outboard pylons. Oh, it's not working because I didn't load my profile. Ka-50. Yeah, we were flying the P-51 earlier, so P-51 I have my profile set in game. Let's see, inboard pylons, outboard pylons, that's what I wanted to see here. You can see here, inboard, outboard. Inboard is the rockets, I have 40 of them, and outboard is the missiles, I've got 12 of them. Good. And this is my screen where I'll be doing my targeting, but for now I don't need it. We can see here there's a little bit of wind today, so it's in our face. I position all the helicopters facing the wind. The smoke confirms that there is a bit of wind. Just for fun, I'm gonna check from where I am where I need to go. I'm heading in that direction from here. So I need to point that there. It's about 311. So let's head to that. with all that said, I guess it's going to be time for takeoff. Let me just settle in my chair there, settle in the seat, give it a bit of a zoom on that, and I think we're good to go. And we're airborne. We're gonna get our gear up. Let me just check on the outside view if I remember which key. Yeah, that's the key I had set. Okay, that's good. We're getting the gear up. So gear is up. Have to turn to, I think we said 311. Somewhere in that direction. So let's accelerate this baby. One of the funny things about this is you're constantly holding the trimmer button when you make any movements, but once you let go, it flies itself. Right now I'm not touching anything. Let's see. I'll be able to check on this. There's going to be like, I think, a black line. It's going to show up to show if I'm following my flight plan, and if I deviate, you see the black line get out of
I thought your targets were a little bit off to your left.
So right now I'm at about 160 kilometers per hour, so I can go a bit faster in this thing, but we're climbing over those mountains, so let's give it power. Oh yeah, maybe use that to know where the instruments are for the controls. Yeah, the HUD stays in Russian. It looks like 170p, but it's actually an R in Russian, so that's my radar altitude, which I believe I can also see here. Yeah, near the 200. Is that it? That's my climb rate, that's my speed. Altitude, there we go. I'm going to bring the nose up a bit because we're getting close to the summit. You don't want to crash into that dirt. And then once I get to the other side, I'll have to be careful because once I go nose down, this thing is going to accelerate, but you don't want to overspeed it because then you lose lift on those rotors. And you may hear in the stream once in a while a little clicking sound like this. What we just heard. That's my trim button that I'm using constantly. So I'm going to reset my heading there to 311, and I want to be heading roughly towards the tip of that village in front of us. Now, oddly enough, there's blue smoke at the FARP where we're going, and we are going in the right direction, but we don't see any blue smoke. That's because it's hidden. You see now that flashing light tells me I'm overspeeding, so I'm going to pull back on the stick, lose a little bit of power so that I don't fly too fast. beep that we hear is telling us we're getting low in altitude, but I knew that. You can see it here like that we're like 60 feet. It's sort of repeated up here. Let's go a little faster now that we've gotten rid of our overspeed that we had earlier. But I do feel a bit of a shake in the helicopter, so yeah, I'm at 215 or 210. That's very fast for a helicopter. If I go in the outside view, it's like 117 knots. Helicopters don't like going that fast. They start shaking like this. And the danger is to lose lift on some of the blades when you do. Now let's see on this flight plan thing. Yeah, we see my black line. I'm more or less following the... Let's zoom in a bit. You can see that I'm more or less following the flight plan I'm supposed to follow.
No, they don't.
Funny, Aldberry, because you're listening to my sound in the stream and I hear your reactions about like 20 seconds late. How are we doing on speed? Oh, we slowed down considerably. Let's get faster. Now, because this is a simulation and we're doing a stream, I am gonna put myself in a sort of steady direction here where it's not dangerous to crash, and I'm gonna speed things up a bit. There we go. Because this is the boring part of the flight. And then as we clear the hill here, you can see that to my right there's blue smoke that just appeared. So this is the part where the transport helicopters would bring in their troops, their equipment, whatever they're bringing. And it looks kind of cool where I located it. It's next to a village, and I think I put like 2 little landing pads. And when I was testing it with the Mi-8, I was able to land there, get it repaired, get it rearmed, and go fly to go shoot another target. So it's functional. But yeah, let's go see what we have here. Oh, there could be vehicles approaching. So let's see if I can spot some enemy vehicles. Just gonna try to hover here. I'm gonna turn on my Schval. There we go. I've got my camera going. I'm gonna arm the cannon and we're gonna start looking for stuff in front. To see, there's 2 little dots there in the distance. Okay, I've reset my sight again. Maybe I should try to get into my hover first. There we go. Let's get the laser on. Can we track this? Yes, we can. I'm just going to use my cannon because they're very close. Yeah, they're moving. They're They're shooting at me now, so I'll shoot back. Okay, he's on fire. Let's move to the other target. Okay, he's damaged. Now he's on fire. Okay, so we took care of that. Okay, so just look that everybody is still safe at the farm. Seems like so. So now I'm going to be heading for that little hill that we see ahead of us. That's my recon position that I had set up in my flight plan. We're going to go shoot some missiles from there. So I've got my Schwal back, but I'm actually going to turn it off for now. I don't need it. And I'm going to turn my laser off so that it cools down. Okay, so that went well. My reaction time was slow, but it's because I'm still learning it. And we can see in the damage assessment here that the MTLB has been destroyed. There were two of them actually, but yep. So again, through the magic of the internet, we're gonna go faster because this is a bit boring at times. Flying long distances. Now my helicopter is shaking quite a bit. That's because I'm going a bit fast. So gonna slow down a bit. Oh, and I'm getting shot at here. There's someone's there. Yeah, I'm gonna move away. I don't know what that is, but it was shooting some green tracers at me, so we'll move out of the way. Maybe drop a few flares. Don't think it had missiles, because it would probably have already shot at me, but okay. Let's see if I could arm my rockets. Can I spot the target again? Where'd he go? Is that him there? Ah, he's there. Okay, it's a technical. There we go. I shoot rockets at this. Okay, I've got the cannon arm. Well, that took care of it. Let's just see for fun if I can shoot some rockets. There we go. That's what I wanted to try. Okay. Moving on. Let's head back towards that hill. There we go. I'm gonna reset that for now. We don't need it. Now if I look at my flight plan, you can see that here I've done a few little swirls around the flight plan. That's when I tried to avoid that technical that was shooting at me. So I'm guessing the enemy armor will be in that area here. I think there was like AAA that we had as a threat on the map, as it said here. Over here. So yes, I'm here. I'm heading there. I'm going to shoot towards that direction. So let's go have a look. Looks like we're slow, but we're actually pretty fast. 136 knots, that's fast for a helicopter. And I just noticed in the outside view that I'm riddled with holes. Yep. Might need to go to the FARP to get a repair after that. That seems like a fairly stable hover. I just want to check the heading that I want to be pointing at, somewhere around there, like 288. Okay, we're close to that. Let's bring it into a more of a neutral state. Are we moving forward, backwards a little bit? Alright, let's turn that thing back on, the camera. Get it off the mountains. Do we see something there? Where are we pointing now? We're pointing there. Have to control the helicopter first, and then we'll see if we can control the camera. There we go. See some poles.
Смотри экран.
Смотри экран. Maybe I'm low to the ground, yeah. Might want me to turn my gear down if I fly too low. Okay, there seems to be something there. Let's zoom in on the camera. Oh. You just imagine things. What's that? Oh, yeah, there's vehicles there. And I think I saw something before that here with 2 infantry there. Let's target that guy. Laser on. There we go. Now, can I shoot at this? Where is it? Is it left? Is it right? Is it in front? I have my master arm. Okay, he's there, so that I can't shoot if I'm not in the little circle. Let's put it in the circle and shoot. Oops. It's pretty twitchy. Okay, it doesn't want to fire. Lasers on. Missiles are on. I need to turn this thing on. Let's try that again. There we go, missile away. Boom, okay. Took forever. Good thing it wasn't a SAM. Okay, that looks like an armored vehicle. I've got some BTRs, a truck, some Jeeps. Okay, so I think I'll go with the BMP there, whatever that is. So let's try that and bring the weapons to bear. Missile away. Boom. Okay. Moving on. Oh, he's moving now. I'm not able to get a lock. Maybe I'll have to get a little bit closer. Very high as well. I didn't want to crash into the ground, so I went like pretty high. Let's try to move slowly towards them. Like this. Now can I get a lock? I've turned on turned off the laser because I think it needs to cool down once in a while. Okay, laser on. I got a target. Missile away. Boom. Moving the camera to the next target. Let's zoom out a bit. This, yeah, sure. Lock that. Missile away. I damaged it, but I think I hit the ground in front of it. Missile away. Oh, now I'm getting shot at. So we'll move away. I guess it's a BTR shooting at me. It's best to stay out of their guns range. Drop a few flares. Okay, let's move on to the next target. What do we have here? That's our BTR. Come on. Maybe my laser overheated or something. Give it a few seconds. Laser is back on. Target acquired. Missile away. Oh, he's shooting at me again. I got you with my piece of crap Russian technology. Fuel truck. I guess those I can do with guns. What else is there? That's Jeep. Yeah, let's switch to guns. On guns. There we go. 1.5. I'm at the limit of range, but I can probably get him. Gun, gun, gun. Okay, he's on fire. Fuel truck. He's gonna be on fire real quick. There we go. And I think I see another one there. There we go. He's on fire. So I think that covers that area. Anything else? I think they're all dead. And here we had some infantry with this guy. Did they die? I think they're down on the ground. Yeah. Okay, so we can head to our next target. Just stabilize the helicopter a bit. Let's see what's going to be our next heading. It's going to be this here, let's say 208. We're more or less there, so turn in that direction, and I think we're getting an indication of a waypoint or something there. And we can turn this off and this off for now. One of the things I set is the rudder trimmer, and I think for this helicopter maybe I don't need it, so it's acting a bit weird at times. Okay, so that looks fairly stable. No, it's not. Come on, keep your heading. I think I'll have to go read up on the nav system, how to switch waypoints so that I can actually follow waypoints instead of looking at my F10 map to get a bearing on where I'm going. I'm going somewhere there. 211, 210, or more or less there. And so again, through the magic of things, whoops, that was getting nose up a bit too much. Yeah, I am flying fairly high as well. Normally I would never fly that high with a helicopter. Let's drop countermeasures. Let's make a nice light show. Oh, and now I'm overspeeding it. See, there's always a little something. Now I want to check my missiles. I've got 6 left. And my rockets are almost full. So yeah, I can probably do just worrying about my damage, because I can always go to my FARP to repair. which would be the wise thing to do. And I could rearm. Let's see, where are we on the map now? We're there. Have you fallen asleep yet, Eric? That's how I can tell if my streams are boring.
Смотри экран.
Let's check what's ahead of us.
Almost.
Oh, almost!
No fair. I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Roger. Let's see, where am I now? Okay, I'm there. So I'm getting close to that. I thought I could see that.
Oh, you got a target.
It's fart tent. Should be pretty close nearby, but I don't see it. Go to rockets. Okay, so it's to the like 300 from me. I'm cheating a little bit with the F10 map. Ah, there they are. Two little tents over there. Let's show them that Ivan has come to the party. I'm having difficulty controlling my helicopter here.
Cheating.
Yeah, that's no good. Now they're shooting at me, of course. I'm a sitting duck. Yeah, that's no good. That's bad. That was a stupid move on my part. Let's get the fuck out. If I can. I need to turn my gear down. I'm gonna need to do an emergency landing.
You're gonna get it.
I know. I'm barely keeping this under control.
Выпусти шасси.
Oh, it's gonna crash.
Смотри экран. Смотри
Yeah,
экран.
my gears were not down. I don't know if I can take off again.
Oh.
Yeah, something's damaged. So, yes, my rotors are damaged, and I'm down. So these little infantry soldiers got me. I feel bad. Mother Russia is not going to be happy with me. I just ruined one of their very prized helicopters. I should have gone to my FARP and repair before I started a stupid attack like this. That's the rule to remember.
Oh,
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to switch helicopters. I'm gonna go take my
You
MIA.
get resent to the gulag.
Yes. Well, this guy is probably made prisoner by now. So what I'll do is I'll take this helicopter. First, I'm gonna need to reset this here. Yeah. And then go back to that. And then hit fly. So this is my Mi-8. It's got rockets and gun pods, but nothing as sophisticated as the K-50 that I had before. But with this guy, I can carry troops. So let's go to this troop transport, and we're gonna load a standard group. I've got my troops. And now I'm gonna go to the co-pilot seat. I'm going to set my countermeasures, which is almost the same as in the K50 that I had earlier. It's kind of funny when you think about it. And so that's on. In terms of lights, I want to be stealthy, so anti-collisions lights off.
Oh no!
Those lights.
You're gonna be dropping troops on me?
I'm gonna drop troops, but I'll try to use my rockets against that village that killed my other helicopter. So that's my plan. I want to avenge my buddies. And in this one I have like a GPS. It can tell me a little bit where I can go. But I've learned something today, so I'm gonna try to use that. So again, we're talking about all those switches that you like. So I think I have to put this on narrow. This one, I think MW was okay. Yes. And then I want to go to channel 2 on this. And that sets that. This is already set to radio. I want to set that, I think, on the ARC UD there. And then I have to go on this side here, set this to channel 2, hit that squelch button. There we go. Once it's flashed, it's good. I want to go to compass, where I now hear a beep, 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 beep. And because it's annoying as hell, I'll lower the volume. And if I did things right, then when I switch back to the pilot seat on the other side, I can zoom in on my compass, set it to VHF, and there we go. We have an antenna, or a little needle, that points where the FARP is. So we'll head to the FARP first, drop the troops there so that they can reinforce our FARP, and then I can go shoot rockets at those tents. That sounds like a plan. Now if I want to shoot weaponry, it's always good to arm your stuff on the ground before you go. This is already on. For rockets, I need to set this in this position. It's already in the RS position. This is in the right position there too. I need to get my master arm on, which is this big red light when it turns on. That means I now have my sights here in my little display thing. And now we're good to go to war with some troops. And so this too, I can set this. I need to give it a bit of...
You're already setting up this to shoot Nevadans.
To shoot Nevadans? Well, actually I'm shooting at the Blue 4, so I don't know who they are and where they're from, but I'm part of the Red 4 with the Russians, and of course if you look at my helicopter you will see the big red star on the side. I even have a door gunner. You can see Boris there in the door. He's ready to gun down people. And so let's bring Boris to the battlefield. Now one of the things I like to do is turn on that governor autopilot thing there. It helps a little bit. And then we can follow our compass to that needle, which is not very precise at first. So it's a good thing I know that I have to be heading roughly 310.
Oh no.
And so, like this, like that. Seems pretty good. And give it a bit of nose up, a bit of power, and we're off. I think the reason why it's acting up a little bit, it's because we have mountains ahead of us that probably break up the signal. But yeah, I have that. And what I was telling you that I learned this week is this system here, the Doppler. I'm not using it right now, but you can set up an angle, a sort of distance from where you want to go, and it's going to tell you if you're drifting left or right of where you need to be. So if there's a lot of wind and it pushes you sideways, it can be useful. This is like a fairly big beast, but now that I've learned how to use the autopilot a bit better, you can see now I'm not touching the controls. I've only got this thing in the center controlling more or less the stability of the helicopter. This can keep my altitude, this can keep my heading. That's what I was telling you earlier, that in the P-51 I wish I had one of those to keep a heading. Because right now, like if I turn my nose a little bit to the right to where I need to go, something like this, and I stabilize it, I could just tell it, hold that heading. And then I can change my altitude by giving it a bit of power. But it should keep the heading. I say should because I'm not always convinced it does. It's older Russian technology. You can't ask too much of it. This is why I like to have a backup with radio, with on the other seat I can go check my GPS over here. I know I'm here, I'm on the pink line. I think I'm roughly in the right spot where I need to be. I have a lot that I can verify. And since we are fairly stable now, I am going to accelerate this so that the boarding part is not boring for too long. And you can see that the line that I need to follow has shifted to the left, so I can shift it to the left a little bit. There we go, bring it more stable like that. Oh, I'm getting shot at. Put a little surprises here and there in this mission. I think I know what we're going to do with those little folks that just shot at us. We're gonna switch to guns. And then we're going to go here and switch to that. And let's see, if I shoot now, it does that. Oh yeah, that's good. You dare to shoot at Russians? Russia will teach you how to do that. I don't know where they are though. Let me zoom in. I'll wait for them to shoot at me, I'll know where they are. Ah, there they are. Actually, for little guys like that we can't see, I'd probably be better off shooting rockets. So let's switch back to that. And let's fly first here. And click, 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 click. There we go. We're back to rockets. So they were roughly in that direction there. Let's go fishing.
Do you have the location on it?
I'm looking for them, little guys in the desert. It'll be very tough to spot until we're right on them and they're shooting at us. I know they were in this sector here. Ah, see? Let's go check a little bit in the outside view to cheat again. Somebody just shot me. Where was he? I think they quieted it down since I got my rockets fired in close proximity to them. You're not so brave now, eh?
Bring your gear up?
Oh, this one does not have a gear that goes up and down, it just has a gear. Let's go to the FARP, rearm. Ah, there they are. Thank you. I used up all my rockets, but I killed a bunch of infantry. Let's head to the farm. The troops in the back must be getting sick at this point. Like, I went like sideways almost. All kinds of different ways. What are you doing in the back? Ah, they're not responding.
I don't know if I should come. Accompany to company. To kill the American soldiers.
Yes, these were the insurgents that the Americans paid big money to fight for their cause. We showed them, huh? Didn't we, Boris? I noticed my door gunner, he was not very active, so I should probably activate him. Let's see. There are some controls, I think, having to do with like an Alt R or Shift Alt R. Is it this one? No, okay, so I don't have the right.
No.
I forget which buttons it is. I'll go back and check in my Chuck's guide later on to have Boris be able to shoot. It would be useful that the door gunner would shoot at those guys. I think if I hit 4, I can actually go, yeah, in his seat. Is it Shift T that I can do that, you know? Shoot the PKT. But for now, I'm just gonna go deliver my troops. Let's try that. So I think I'll take the left pad, the one closer to the village here. We've got a big cloud right over our head, so everything looks dark. Careful during the transition not to fall to the ground. Easy does it. There's a little bit of wind, but I'm facing it, so I'm good.
Oh, you getting shot? You getting shot?
No, I'm not getting shot. The woot 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 that you hear is just my rotor. There we go. We're nicely on the ground. So let's get those troops out. Troop transport, unload cargo, extract troops. There they are. They're getting out. You'll see the funny guys that are on their knees, like sliding around like this. I don't know how they manage to do that, but they're very good at it. Sliding on their knees. And so I'm going to ask for a rearm because I used up all my rockets. So I'm going to maybe get the fuel back up to 50 and get a rocket load. And I will go avenge my buddies that got killed or shot down in their KA-50. Right? It was right here at the FARP 10. So what's the heading? The heading would be 249er. And if I kill this, maybe I can go find out what else is there in that area.
Refueling complete.
So my refueling is complete. Let's go check the rocket pods getting filled. You see they're empty right now on both sides. They're going to put some rockets for me on there. There's rockets there. Rockets there. And then they're going to refill the gun pods. And then they're going to refill the empty pods. And then they're going to tell me rearming complete. Oh, and you know how I was telling you when you want to take nice screenshots, what you can do, it's left control the letter Y twice. You lose that bar at the bottom. So now I can take a nice screenshot of my rearmed helicopter here. And if I want to see my info down there again, I just hit left control Y again. Then I have that. So since you act as a photographer, it's good to know. So we're back into the cockpit. So I was pretty much set up for landing, and it's very similar to the setup for takeoff. So let's hope everything goes pretty well when we do. Oh, I forgot. What was my heading? 24A, 249. Yeah, 249 would be better. Okay. So we're heading 249. And we're up. Now we can zoom in on the compass on 249 right there. Still set up for rockets, I think. Yes, okay. try to set it up more or less on 250, 249 around there. And then I will try to use my heading hold, although it's windy right now, so... Oh, it was already on. And if I put the altitude hold... Oh, it doesn't want to. Maybe I'm not in the parameters. No. Like this. Nope, doesn't want to. Turn it off. So yeah, we're a bit right of where we want to go, so let's not rely too much on the heading hold. I think I see the tents there. Is that it? Yeah. I'm gonna climb a bit. I'm gonna raise myself up in my seat so I see the crosshairs a bit better. And I'm gonna level the crap out of those guys. Roger, bedtime. Check this out. I avenged my buddy that got shut down earlier. Oh, there's a tent left. I have something for that. My Star Wars guns. These ones. Looks like I'm firing bloody lasers. Let's go fire some Star Wars guns. There we go.
Pew 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 pew.
Pew 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 pew. Let's see if I can go locate the enemy FARP where their helicopters were. That looks like there's something there in the distance. Are those helicopters? Oh, that looks like good targets for my Star Wars guns. Yeah. Let's go have fun with that. Keep her steady and fire.
User disconnected from the channel.
There's people shooting back at me, eh? Oh, I'm getting hit. There's some technicals here. Wasn't expecting that. Let's move away. There's danger. Okay, let's go back to rockets. I am Mr. Danger. Where are those technicals? Ah, I see some structures and things there, so let's shoot a few rockets at that. Ah, I'm out of rockets. Crap. We'll have to go back to guns. Let's switch to the smaller guns. There. The red ones. Is this gonna work? Yes. Let's shoot that. got one of the technicals. The other one's still shooting. There's a readout somewhere where I can tell how many bullets I have in those, but too busy looking for it now. I got a few holes, so I think that's going to be my last pass.
Passing waypoint 4 at 900.
Okay, out of bullets. There we go. Let's drop a few countermeasures and get the funk out. Goodbye. We are out of here. We are brave, but we are not stupid. Most of the time. Now, if I want to test something I wanted to test the other day, I still have my needle pointing at where the blue smoke is, where my FARP is, but if I switched channels and I went to channel 3, and same thing here, channel 3, and I go back here, it should point in a different direction. Oh, I'm not in the right seat. There we go. I go to the pilot seat. It's now pointing in that direction. Let's see. It's like 070. Let's check from where we are. If 070 would bring us where we need to go, not at all. It should be pointing at 130. Well, we are going to head for 130 anyways, because we need to get repaired at the base.
Passing waypoint 5 at 900.
Turn this off and turn it back on. It seems to be pointing behind us. We go to the other seat. 1, 2, 3. This is on 3. Click, click. Click, go back to pilot seat. It's still pointing behind. One 130. Okay, so let's make this part a bit faster. Back on the correct heading. It's a good time to check if my heading hold is going to function. There we go. We're roughly on it. Going faster. Yeah, it seems to be holding more or less the heading, even though it's windy. And there's the red smoke for our base. And so yeah, we'll go back and land at the friendly base. Flying pretty fast in my Big Bertha here.
Passing waypoint 1 at 900.
Oh, I guess that's the friendly Mi-24. Let's pause that for a second and take a nice screenshot, if it will. Something like that. I don't know. Looks alright. And like I told my buddy earlier, with this, it's gonna look better, I think. So just gotta find the right angle. There. Okay. Let's head back to the main job, which will be to land this thing. So we can see that the smoke is headed towards my left, so that means we're gonna have to go face the wind. I had left a few helicopters parked there. I think there's one there, there's a plane there, and there might be another one there somewhere. But that's the area where I had taken off, so I'll try to go land in the same general area. There's a parked helicopter there below me to my left and another one to my right. I'm gonna head toward that beige building in front, and that's more or less where I took off. And I bring it to most hover here. Slow down, Big Bertha. Let's bring her down nice and soft here. Nose into the wind. I think I took off maybe a little bit more to the right of exactly where I am. I do have a flat tire, so I'll have to fix it, but I'm in the same parking lot as the other one there. It's better than what I did with the KA-50. This one I actually brought it back home, got my troops delivered. That's a good run. Is this guy still running? That is it, boys. Who pays for the borscht for tonight's dinner? Anybody? You? You? Yeah, you never look at me when I ask you about the borscht. So I guess we'll end the stream on that note. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's go see our kills maybe. For fun. Kill. So this was with the other helicopter. We got these vehicles. Yeah, so those are the vehicles I saw in the K-50. Then we can see that I've switched to the Mi-8. Got a bunch of infantry in those tents probably. And then I went and hit some targets at the other target. I got the technical, some soldiers. There you go. Managed to do a little bit of damage with both airframes, but that stupid attack I did with the Ka-50 cost me 1 Ka-50. I should have repaired it before I went for it. So I hope you enjoyed. Let's see this one, this, and good night.